Hello, back again for some more Premier League predictions. On to match day number 21 now. So there was a big turning point at the top of the table there as Manchester United somehow lost against bottom side Sheffield United. Meanwhile, Manchester City, they just carry on winning game after game, 11 games in all competitions, and it seems like it's going to be their title to lose now. Will things change this time around? Here's hoping, but let's look back at those results and see what is still to come. So first up, Leeds United, they were 2-1 winners against Newcastle. West Ham, they defeated Crystal Palace 3-2. Arsenal, 3-1 winners against Southampton. Manchester City thumping West Brom 5-0. On Chelsea's side, new manager Thomas Tuchel, but a 0-0 stalemate against Wolves, so very disappointing start there. Burnley defeating Aston Villa 3-2. Brighton and Fulham was also a 0-0 stalemate. Sheffield United 2-1 winners against Manchester United, only 3 points behind 19th place West Brom. So that is something to strive for if they're not going to pull off a miracle and somehow get out of the relegation spots. Everton and Leicester City, a 1-1 draw. Two sides that were really pushing quite well in terms of those Champions League spots, or potentially even the top of the table standings, but fell off just a little bit. And Liverpool, a much needed victory here against Tottenham, 3-1 winners, so that might put them back into the mixture. So on the table at the moment, Manchester City currently with 41 points, just as a 1 point lead over Manchester United, but they do have a game in hand, and that will send them 4 points clear if they're able to defeat Sheffield United, of course. So first game, we got Everton taking on Newcastle. $1.57 for Everton, $3.75 for the draw, and $6 for Newcastle. On the table, Everton come with us in 7th spots. And meanwhile for Newcastle, they are situated all the way down in 16th, and they've been losing game after game there. So got to back Everton realistically to come through the winners. Going to go with a 2-0 scoreline, and the Football Simulator is going to go up a 3-1 victory. Crystal Palace against Wolves, $3 for Palace, $3 for the draw, and $2.50 for Wolves. Palace at the moment, they're in 14th, and for Wolves, they are in 13th. So two sides really been struggling for results. Just a couple of draws along the way. Palace have won a match more recently than Wolves. So for this game here, I've gone for a 1-1 draw compared to a 0-0 stalemate. Manchester City against Sheffield United, $1.10 for Manchester City. We got $9.50 for the draw, and $19 if you want to go for Sheffield United. So Man City, top of the table, winning game after game. They won 5 in a row, at least in all the Premier League matches since last month there, when they got that draw against West Brom. They have been perfect ever since. Meanwhile, for Sheffield United, they have improved their results, managed to get in a couple of wins from the FA Cup competition, so that is quite nice to see they're not absolutely struggling like they were. So 2 wins in the past 3 games. Can they pull off another miracle here away to Manchester City? That will be one big story to talk about if they do. But realistically, you have to go for Man City. Top of the table against bottom of the table. Is it going to be a Man United situation all over again? Not for me. I'm going to go with Man City. 3-0 winners compared to a 2-1 win for Man City. West Brom and Fulham. $3.30 for West Brom, $3 for the draw, and $2.30 for Fulham. West Brom comes us in 19th. Meanwhile for Fulham, they are in 18th. So two sides in the relegation zone. They desperately need to get the 3 points to give themselves a bit of a boost to try and get out of this woeful situation. Gonna go with a 1-1 draw. That's not going to help either side. Fulham have been drawing a lot of games, and that hasn't necessarily been helping there. And the Football Science is going to go with Fulham to win it, 2-1. Arsenal against Manchester United, the big game of the week. $2.80 for Arsenal, $3.30 for the draw, and $2.40 for Man United. Arsenal comes us in 9th, winning 4 and drawing 1 in the past 5 games. pretty fantastic stuff. Meanwhile for Man United, 3 wins and a draw in the past 5, they were in second. But they did lose against Sheffield United in their last game, of course. And the pattern with Manchester United, when they're on a good one, they win game after game. But when they're on the bad one, then they take a wee while to get back to winning ways. So I'm going to go with Arsenal here at home to come away the winners and go with a 1-0 victory. Football Science is going to go with a 0-0 stalemate. Southampton and Aston Villa, $2.75 for Southampton, $3.40 for the draw, $2.37 for Aston Villa. Southampton, they come into this in 11th. Meanwhile for Aston Villa, they come into this in 10th. But Aston Villa got a couple of games in hand, just 1 victory in the past 4 games, 3 defeats in the midst. But yeah, 2 games in hand, they could all of a sudden boost them all the way up to 5th position. So it all depends on those games. They beat on the road, the Aston Villa, so I'm going to go for them to win this game. 3-2 should be goals galore, I reckon. The Football Science is going to go up a 1-0 victory. Chelsea and Burnley, $1.30 for Chelsea, $5 for the draw, $9 for Burnley. Big favourites once again for Chelsea in 8th. We only managed to win 1 game in the past 5, so we need to buck up ideas, score goals, and don't concede. Meanwhile for Burnley, they have been doing well of late in 15th, 3 wins in the past 5 games. Difficult sides, they were the side that ended Liverpool's 68-game unbeaten streak at Anfield, and what else did they do? They managed to get another good results just recently against Aston Villa. Yeah, come from behind victory to defeat Aston Villa, who have been in pretty fine form. So a difficult match, but we need to win these games here. Forget about the title, let's concentrate on trying making the top 4 at this stage, I suppose. Gonna go with a 3-1 victory for Chelsea, compared to a 2-1 win for Burnley. Leicester and Leeds, $1.72 for Leicester, $3.75 for the draw, and $3.75 for Leeds. Leicester City are in 3rd. Meanwhile for Leeds, they are situated in 12th. Both won 3 games in the past 5. Leeds like to score goals, like to concede goals. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw here, compared to a 2-0 win for Leicester. West Ham and Liverpool, this should be a pretty good game. $4 for West Ham, $4 for the draw, $1.67 for Liverpool. Liverpool are in 4th, meanwhile for West Ham, they are in 5th, only 2 points separating these 2 sides, 20 matches in. West Ham, in fact, have managed to win their past 4 games back to back. Liverpool, they finally got back to winning ways. So I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw, a difficult match, but Liverpool bounce back ability should mean that they're not going to lose for a wee while yet, I reckon. And the Football Science is going to go with West Ham to win this game 3-1. And finally we got Brighton against Tottenham. $3.10 for Brighton, $3.30 for the draw, $2.30 for Tottenham. Brighton now in 17th. Meanwhile for Tottenham, they are in 6th. I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory for Tottenham, compared to a 2-1 win for Brighton. Cheers.